The most realistic online... The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Hi race fans, welcome. We're live tonight here at Daytona International Speedway, and I tell you what, about to get set here to go live tonight for the Transervice Cup Series. Well, presented by the Sim500. Joe White up here in the booth as we're getting set to go Daytona racing, and obviously you got to heavy hearts, got to think and keep Ryan Newman in our thoughts and prayers. But well, Joe White up here with Patrick, and Patrick, pace cars in. Man, we're about ready set here. Let's kick this season off here for the Sim500.
It's going to be a great one.
Yeah, it is. Green flag flies. We are racing at Daytona. 120 laps. Sit back, relax, and enjoy because, man, I tell you what, you got some of the best out here from the Sim500. We got a lot to talk about when it comes to the kicking off of the season. Patrick, you got a lot of info here tonight. We got some new sponsors. Some new things here with the rookie drivers, and normally we would have had a qualifying session here, but obviously that was set last week by the duel, so kind of a quicker start here to the race. I apologize right there, but like I said, we were finishing some other things and whatnot, but either way, man, we're out here, and good run so far. Hope these guys are patient tonight.
Yeah, it's a long one, and you're going to want to be patient. You're looking at, I'm going to say, about 3 green flag pit stops if we can get them in. So fuel strategy is going to be a big part of when you come down and who's out front at the end.
No doubt about it. Right now, Josh Parker, the man out front, leading it. He's got a good freight train down low there. Tyler Stevens. Now, Tyler Stevens, try to see if I can't get a close-up of that machine because I believe he's one of the rookies here.
Yeah, all the rookies in the series this year should have a big yellow banner going across the front of their windshields.
They do. I just saw that right there. And then I know Joey was earlier, he was talking about, hey, look, make sure you look at the banners out there. And I'm like, man, I got so much going on up here. But you're right. Tyler Stevens out there, a name that I wasn't 100% familiar with but from the past. But you can't see one of the rookies had a fast car here at the Clash, and the duels made the Daytona race here through the duels. So looking very, very good. Actually, he put it on pole for the race here tonight. So, hey, don't want to take that away from him. So he's got a fast machine. Right now holding up top there with Josh Parker. Also, we know Nelson Rivera, Shane Ewing. He had a fast machine in the duels. So got a lot of rookies out here we're going to look at.
Again, it's a really important way to get the season started off right. This is a point-paying race as opposed to the Clash of the Duels that we did, 2 weeks ago. You want to stay out front and stay out of trouble and pick up a lot of points.
Absolutely right here is 2x2 racing going up front there. Tyler still up top, Josh down low. They got a good freight train happening at the high side. So good racing all the way through the field. You're going to see a lot of different strategies. Patrick, you race in the past here. What would be your strategy coming in here?
I'm a back guy. I would stay in the back, ride, get together with a couple of guys, and try and get the timing down on coming to pit road and maintaining our own little group.
Absolutely. Right now, man, a good side-by-side duel up front here as everybody's kind of just being patient. But the problem is, this is what you expect from a race is to the line. That's a good drag race. Josh Parker going to hold on to that top spot there. Tyler still hanging on to the top end there. No moms out there cheering out Shane Ewing. What's up, Tim? Want to appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight. And again, I know our thoughts and prayers, with the Ryan Newman in the real race. If you saw the end of the Daytona 500, again, want to congratulate Denny Hamlin for winning. But if you saw the end of it there, unfortunate crash and just the worst possible way that it could happen. Just never can know. But we are in the virtual world, and the one good thing about the virtual world, I always do say, it is the realest thing without spending millions of dollars, without going real racing. But again, there's no chance of getting hurt. Well, unless maybe you fell out of your rig or something.
You just don't hang on to that wheel too tight. It might snap a finger on you.
There you go. Well, yeah, if you got one of those direct drive wheels, I was amazed at one time they said that they have stop buttons on them. And I always wondered why, but those things have such a force that actually you can't break your hand or something with one of them if you went into a wreck or so forth, so on. But either way, we're in the virtual world here. And right now, Josh Parker, he went up high right there. Try to block the draft a little bit of Tyler. Maybe work a little bit better. Do you think the high lane's going to be the place to be or low lane?
I think the high lane's going to come in. It's going to take it a few laps. Right now, that top side not quite as organized as the bottom, but it's definitely going to prevail as you get kind of to the flatter portions of the track where you're going to see the bottom really pull ahead around the corners and through the tri-oval.
Riding with Tommy Ryan right now, just see what he sees out his front view window right there. He's got he's got a Twinkie mobile in front of him. I love it, man. Kevin Brown, we were talking about that. It makes me hungry every time, and I think I said it actually makes me just a lot more fatter every time I see the car because I like Twinkies. I mean, come on now, who don't like Twinkies?
Yeah, looks like everybody's really trying to get outside of the first couple of rows here. Everybody's pretty spread out, pretty straight and narrow. Gonna ride this thing out. Long way to go.
Absolutely, man. I tell you, it's a good one so far. And that's the thing. Got a long way to go here. Just want to be patient. Still 2x2. Looks like, man, Josh is going to lead that lap also. He drops back down low. He tried the high side for a little bit. He's got that kick-ass beef jerky machine out front rolling. So right now he is kicking butt.
Yeah, it's always nice to stay out in front. And one of the nice things that we have here in virtual land is there's no track to clean. So there's no penalty to being out front.
No, that's right. So that's another thing, obviously, like I say, you saw in the real world there. They said that the leader usually cleans the track. You see the debris. One thing we don't have to worry about here. Let's go a little further back here. Doug Roth hanging on to the 18th place spot. You got, he's right there on the tail end of that lead lap. You'd have to go a little further back to maybe a second group back here to Steve Ritter. John Borst, another rookie out here. Now, that's another name, and if I'm not mistaken, he's obviously going to race with the Dizzy Motorsports team. Correct me if I'm wrong, Patrick.
I think you might be right.
Yes, he is. He's part of the Disney Motorsports there. So look down there. And again, here's another thing that we're going to get up on too. I didn't really have to worry about it a lot last season, which I know a lot of the different teams and whatnot here and so forth. But we do have team battles that are going to happen, team championships this season. So something throughout the season we're going to talk about and get into. I do know Nick Cohen back there, and obviously if you look down at the bottom, it will tell you the team trying to get all the drivers to fill that little form out so that it lets the viewers out there know what team they're on. Also, you can see little pictures of some of them too. But at least that team name down there would be kind of cool to see what they are and give you an idea. But got a lot of great teams out here and a lot of drivers. I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of good strategy. One notably, Anthony DeBarro. I mean, we know that guy. I call him the Silver Bullet. It looks like Disney Motorsports are content to just hang in the back right now.
Yeah, with the exception of Shane Ewing up there at the front, I would say it's probably for the best. Again, long race, and one of the perks of being in the back is you can kind of see when everybody in front of you pits and maybe base your strategy off of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Right here is we're getting set here to run. You like to say we're seeing those guys in the very back there, just kind of just hanging on. Jason Barham's back there, Gael's back there along with him, Randy Oakland, too. Ryan Boris Cook out of the race. Not sure what happened. He raced his way into this race and unfortunately out of it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he was having some connection issues or what the case might be. Obviously, Boris works for Joe Gibbs Racing, and given the Denny Hamlin won today, he might be a pretty busy guy tonight.
Yeah, I forgot about that. He is the PR guy there for Joe Gibbs Racing, so you're right. Could have just, like you said, with Denny Hamlin winning and whatnot all going on, but Joey Katina, remember Joey said he's probably going to ride in the back, kind of stay out of trouble early on. He was telling us about it. But up front, these guys are definitely not riding anywhere. They're staying locked up side by side.
Yeah, you got Josh Parker holding a really nice lead here with Nelson Rivera giving him a push. And your favorite Twinkie car holding down that third spot right next to Tyler Stevens. It looks like they're trying to get a little bit more single file here.
Yeah.
As I say that, they go for the lead.
Well, I think you're right there. I think single file, we're going to see that as they go later on into the run. I think you'll see these guys actually do that. But, right now you do see a little high lane there. About five cars?
Yeah, about five cars deep, 6 cars deep on the top side.
Yeah, and they're actually holding up there pretty good. I still say that the low lane is the place to be.
For right now, yeah, I think they've got the momentum. They get the numbers on their side. Nobody's really pushing too hard, obviously.
No, they're not. And, I always call it textbook drafting. You see about a half a hood car length in between the cars. And, that gives enough air there. Plus, like you just said, they're not up there, man, shoving and all in the back bumper. Obviously, towards the end of the race, yes. Now, the side-by-side, I'm going to kind of say that's just really due to the fact that we're on a fixed setup here.
Yeah, it certainly helps the high line hold true, and really guys are able to hold that high line and stay side by side and really be really comfortable with it. These cars are pretty sturdy.
Well, I did an Xfinity race last night and called it for the Daytona race. And it definitely was a different tone to how the cars are. They looked a little bit more uneasy. And, obviously I compared them to the Cup car. And the reason being is the Cup car has a lot more downforce to it. Has a lot, power-wise, they're kind of equal. But as far as, handling, as far as aerodynamics go, this Cup car, it's about on rails. Not saying it can't get away from me, but pretty solid.
Yeah, it's as we're talking, solidity of these cars and how good they do ride. I think it's going to be important for these rookies here as Tyler Stevens continues to try and make headway on that outside, is getting the trust of these guys around you being a rookie in this.
Well, right now, Tyler did an outstanding job in the duels, racing his way the way he did. But I mean, I tell you, it is outstanding what he's done here at race weeks at Daytona for the Sim500 here to kick off the 2020 season of the Transervice Cup Series. You know, like I say, just an outstanding job. And right now, he's doing a great job. I'm not really familiar with him. I'd love to maybe get more info on him in some of these guys to fill out the little bio sheet that I did. Maybe we can get some info on a lot of them, because I do got some of these guys. I got some great insight on them. I could do some really neat, what do we call it, driver profile. How's that?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Gonna have to watch out is we're about halfway through a fuel run at this point. These guys, I have a feeling, are probably gonna go anywhere from 32 to 35 laps, depending on how much they're saving. And we know Josh Parker and Tyler Stevens not saving anything being out front. So, gonna see maybe in about 5 to 10 laps, these guys kind of get a little bit more straightened out and get ready to come down pit road.
What about tires? What do you think tire wear is gonna be tonight?
I don't think tire wear is gonna be too bad. Track's not super hot, so I could see a lot of guys only taking 2 tires unless there's a caution.
Okay. Not bad, not bad. Well, just kind of look. Let's let the gap here of the field all the way back to 18th place spot. It's about a second right there covering the field. You got to go, like I say, a little bit further back to 19th, 20th on back. You start to get about 2 seconds on. I mean, you still can throw, pretty much kind of a blanket over the whole entire field. They're back there close enough to catch the tail end of the draft.
Absolutely. Doug Roth is kind of in that sweet spot where if he wanted to go, he could mash that gas and he'd be right back up to the tail end of this field in less than a lap.
So far, so good. A good run here. Jose Gonzalez got him a new sponsor and a new machine. Looked good at Speed Weeks down here. Speedy. Right now, he's running in about the 8th place spot.
Yeah, everything's still relatively calm. I think it's going to stay this way probably for the next 80 laps or so. I don't think guys are going to get too crazy with the moves here.
No, I think they all will just kind of stay simple. I mean, like I say, as we're riding along here with Jose, you can kind of see he's being very, very patient, very, cool when it comes to the draft, giving a lot of room up there. I mean, you've got a slew of machines on a freight train up top. You got a slew of them down low there. Positions are jockeying around back and forth.
Yeah, but you don't really see any of those hard pushes yet. You don't see guys really get that nose. Shane Ewing makes me a liar. Get that nose tucked up too far behind anybody.
That's true, and that's what I was saying. That's why I love calling it kind of like a textbook style draft. Right now, early on, I mean, obviously they're going to close that gap up there and push for everything it's worth to try to get as much as they can. But using the side draft right now, just being patient, calm, cool, racing. It still is nerve-wracking to be in the middle of that pack, kind of side by side, because there's just nowhere to go.
Yeah, especially once you get about 3-4 rows deep, there's really not a whole lot of options for you. You're just kind of at the mercy of what the guys around you are going to do.
Doubt about it. Right now, still side by side duel up front. Tyler Stevens looking good as the top rookie here. He's looking to take home that Rookie of the Year class. Drops down low there in front of Josh Parker. Going to take the lead. Let's see if we can lead a few more laps here. Leave Shane Ewing up top for the moment.
I tell you what, he has been fast. He's had a lot of speed. I'd keep an eye on him all season long to take home that Rookie of the Year.
Good bet so far. Obviously, Daytona's one of those wild card races. A lot of guys feel like the season doesn't start till we get to Las Vegas, but we got to get past here. It's a unique feeling to win this place. Just got to be the right place and the right time. Right now, you see Josh Parker going to go high there along with Shane. I tell you what, they're doing some moves early on, though.
Yeah, going back to what you said, it's one of the easiest tracks to drive and probably one of the hardest tracks to win at.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and I agree with you. Yeah, you're right. Just kind of one of the harder ones to win, because you got to be in the right place at the right time. So, what's up, Jay? How you doing?
A lot of luck's involved with it. That's for sure. There's some skill, but you definitely have to get lucky a few times.
You know, and I'm glad you brought that up because, you know, I get hit on a lot when I say it. This is not really one of the, I always say it's not one of the most skill-based tracks. And when I say that, I'm not saying, hey, look, you know, there is no skill involved. What I mean by is I compare it to a track like a road course track or a short track or a 1.5 mile where, you know, some of the driving comes into play, braking, handling, et cetera. Here, you just got to really know, be in the right place at the right time, know where to be at the right place in the right time. But like what you said, luck does play a lot here. You can have the performance, though, but still with this package, that's really hard to do. Years past, it was easy.
Yeah, it's a chess game at 200 miles an hour. You gotta really, it's more of a mental thing than it is a talent thing and a skill-based thing.
Right, and you know, and a lot of guys, man, are like, Joe, what do you mean you ain't got no skill? I mean, I'm not saying you ain't got no skill. Come on now. I mean, I'm just basically saying as far as when it comes to here, that's why I kind of call these racetracks more of wild card racing. And because they are. Because I have seen so much. I've seen guys win these things from 2 laps down starting on pit road. I've seen them win them from the front, the middle, and the back. And when you could do that at any track, but you can't do that at any track. There's just some tracks, if you go a lap or 2 laps down, you're done for the day no matter what. You know, it just don't matter. Some tracks, yes, you know, how the race plays out. If you don't have the car and so forth, know how to get around it, it don't matter where you start at, or sometimes it's better to start in the front.
Yeah, I mean, we got 2 cars here that this package is running up on pretty fast, but you're talking about these 2 guys, they could still come back and win this race. Long way to go. You know, cautions.
Gotta have the cautions play in your hand. I mean, that's the biggest one right there. Because if you don't have those cautions play right into your favor, then yeah, that's gonna be the ones that I saw win from 2 laps down. Obviously, the cautions did, you know, favor them.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just one of those things that can happen. You know, somebody gets a little bit too close to a quarter panel, and next thing you know, they're going around, and you got your lap back.
Absolutely. Right now, Nigel Stanges right there, hanging on to the 6th place spot. Let's look here. And see, we know Tyler Stevens, the top rookie in here. Let me look through this field to see if there's some names that I just don't remember. One of them there, Norman Pelletier. I hope I said that right.
Pelletier.
Pelletier, okay. Looks like he is one of the rookies out there also. Look back here. John Fowler. Right there, another one of the rookies. And let's see, Pedro Mega. Now, Pedro, it's kind of funny that he is actually one of the rookies. He has actually been in the Sim500 before.
Well, him and Jeff Ryan, they got a big yellow banner on there, but we've seen them around quite a few times.
I think it's the fact that this might be their first full season that they're going to run. So there's another one, and like what you said, let's come back here and see.
Yeah, it might be like me. They're the Wednesday Warriors. Come out for the short series.
Yep. We got Brendan John. Is it Kohler? Is that right? In 27?
Yeah, Kohler.
Okay. John Borse. Well, we've said that earlier there. Another one of the rookies here. Just kind of showing off some. I'm trying to look to see if some of the names, like I say, I don't recognize. Now, Gael Brooks. Obviously, I know that name, but you know, this is his first full season here, so he's running for the Rookie of the Year. And Brian Boris Cook, no, he's not running for it, but you did say Jeff Ryan, didn't you?
Yeah, I got Jeff Ryan right up.
I missed him.
Hanging out
yeah, number 10. Yeah, he's up there, actually in the top 10. Actually, from there was running down through the order there, but. So that's all your rookies, folks. And again, if you see that big yellow banner up there, those are your rookie guys. You'll see them throughout the entire season. I will get points, you know, kind of fixed up and done up throughout the season. I mean, we got a long season, Patrick. I mean, we're just kicking it off here. So that's just something that we'll definitely be talking throughout the whole entire season. That and some sponsors here. If I can't bring up the Sim500 site. And folks, hey, if you want to know a lot of information, check out Sim500.com. They will definitely, hook you up. But let me just go through some of the sponsorship, Patrick, because we've got a slew of great guys come on board here for the Sim500. Some have stayed, some have gone, some have new on here, but obviously Transervice Cup. Transervice being the primary sponsor here for the Cup series. Ford Entertainment Group, Kick-Ass Beef Jerky, Relodyne, Nemesis Lab, Patriot Fire, SimSpeedShop.com, 310 Graphics, Mission 22, Raging Cajun Graphics and Wraps, On-Site Gas Systems, WCIParts.com, and English Auto. Just the name of the series style logos. Each one of them logos are different. And I have not been able to click on the series, but if folks, like I said, if you go to sim500.com, you check it out. Now, another thing here, Patrick, I know you know a lot of this. 2019, the Sim500 champions. Obviously, we know the defending Transervice Cup, Anthony DeBarro. He pulled it off. David Comstock, he's the Xfinity Series champ. The truck champ, man right there sitting, Trey Edson, he pulled that one off. So we got a lot of good things, man, kicking off, and a lot of good champions.
Absolutely. You're talking about some of the guys that have been here since I got in here, and back to the sponsorships. I don't think enough credit gets given to Joey and the guys who run Sim500 and started this thing way back when, and the amount of work that they've done to bring these sponsors on board. It's truly a testament to just how great this league has become.
Oh, no doubt about it. Okay, now I've got it. I was able to click on it. English Auto here is going to give the best of the best. Let me just read off some of the stuff that these guys are going to get this season, folks. I mean, this is why the Transervice Cup is the premier series here at the Sim500 and is a great league, and they fill up year after year, without a doubt. English Auto, the best of the best, has got in an effort to keep the drivers showing up each week, a new playoff bracket has been introduced thanks to English Auto LLC. Not only do we have a championship playoff for the drivers, 1 to 16, that's obvious. There will be a second playoff driver for the 17 to 33rd. There will be no minimum number of events to make this bracket. To be eligible for the driver must be in the top 33 in points after 26 races. But here's the payouts. First gets 60, second gets 40, third gets 30, and fourth gets 20. So that is something to race. If you don't make the chase, you still have got something to race for. That is phenomenal.
Absolutely.
That is awesome. I like that. SimSpeedShop.com is giving away the Rookie of the Year. Sim500 Esports Racing here announced the Sim Speed Shop, the sponsor for the Rookie of the Year Award 2020 here in the Transervice Cup. The highest finishing rookie will be awarded a custom button box from the driver must meet the following criteria in order to run. The driver must run no more than 7 races in the Monday night. So that's probably where Pedro and those got in there. Jeff Ryan is they've not run more than 7 races in the Monday night series in the past, in 2017 to present. So that's pretty much how they're there. Can't be a pro style. And the yellow banner. So, like we just said, if you go to simspeedshop.com, you'll see actually the unofficial rookie contenders right. That is awesome. Just to name a couple of the contingency style. And then, obviously, what they're giving away for prizes. $300 up for grabs to the champion. All the way to 16. 16 is going to get $20, and it looks like pit stops are happening right now. Some guys,
I got a few coming on down.
That's a lot. That's a lot going on, Patrick.
It is, and but it's great to have all these kind of, battles going on within just your normal championship chase. It's not just the front guys that you're talking about. It's not just the leaders and points. It brings us back to the secondary bracket and the rookies, and it's just a lot of storylines to follow throughout the year, and I'm excited for it.
Absolutely. Pit stops, man, happening here as we're at lap number 34, and you just said it earlier on. We're looking probably around about this window to about lap 36 or so forth to get this thing done. So, a lot of guys. Tyler Stevens still out front with Nelson Rivera, Nigel Stanges. But, throughout this whole entire season, we're going to be definitely talking on and off about the great, prizes, what these guys have got, and what they're going to get. And it's just a multitude of things. The teams, we've got teams out there. I know what your favorite team is, Patrick. Know that.
A great group of guys. Just a blast to hang out with every week.
Terrible. You're right. I mean, I know you like the Dizzy Motorsports guys. Oh, crashing! Already early on. It's a big one, too. Checking out several cars.
Man, they ran up.
I saw that. Let's go back on the replay here and watch again. Nelson Rivera, unfortunately, involved in that one. But let's go back. I was watching a little bit live right there. Not 100% sure what happened, but they did run up on some lap traffic here. And they made a few moves. Nelson went high there. A 100% certain, but back. Go back on it one more time here for Nelson Rivera point of view here. He went high there, but they were coming up on some lap traffic. It looks like he got clipped. The 52 got clipped and went straight up into Nelson.
Hey, sorry about that. I am back.
Oh, that's fine. Well, I'm just watching the replay here for the viewers there, and yeah, just let Nelson wrong place, wrong time. The 52 machine just unfortunately, when Shane Ewing involved in this one too. Oh, yeah. Shane Ewing actually just nowhere to go. Bunning around.
Yeah, they ran up on those guys really quick, and it looks like they kind of were in the middle of the track there.
See Jody Green right here. Nowhere to go for his car. He went down low just a little bit. Like Jody actually by him. Let's go call Mike. He saw in front of him. Oh, Mike just nowhere to go. He got turned. Under caution here the first time. Some of the guys who didn't pit definitely going to help him out.
Yeah, that's for sure. It definitely makes getting down pit road a lot easier.
Well, got anybody out there you want to talk to?
Well, I'd like to get loaded back into the session, so I think I'm going to give you the handoff on this one.
Okay. Well, let's see. Bring up, why not? What does Bram Joy get to? Bring him up here. Up to 11th place. He's got to say. Joey in the booth, you got a copy?
Hey, Joe.
Man, I tell you what, well, unfortunately, a little early crash up front, but right there near the pit window. What a way to kick off the 2020 season here, the Transervice Cup Series. I know you said earlier you're going to ride in the back. How's your car feeling, though?
Yeah, everything is great, man. First off, just want to thank you guys for being a part of this year. Transervice, Glenn Campbell, having them back this season. It's going to be a great year. We've got, I think, 9, maybe, well, I might be wrong, it might be more like 12 rookie drivers in the season, in the series this year. Payouts bigger than it was last year, more prizes. It's going to be a great season.
Absolutely, and it's definitely starting out as a great one here so far. Yeah, everybody's just being patient up there, typical plate racing, a couple moves here and there, but can't tell. What's your game plan here towards the end?
Well, that's just it. We got to get to the end. And, last night in the FEG, the Ford Entertainment Group 200 in the Busch Xfinity car, we got in a couple of wrecks, but still managed to finish in the top 10. Just you got to be there at the end. You know what I mean? So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to ride this thing out. Still got a long way to go.
There you go. Well, good luck out there, man.
Thank you, guys.
All right, let's. I got him down there. Yep. He runs with the Sim500 Motorsport. Good guy there. Joey Katina does a lot, you know, obviously running the series here and running everything, but hard lick from a lot of guys here early on. Some of them not what they wanted to start off their Daytona hopes.
No, not at all. You know, it's an early night for some of these people. You know, for the other. Hopefully it's not too bad. You try and get it fixed up and maybe limp around here, pick up some more positions if they're going to wad it up again.
Here we go. Set here to maybe get them lined back up to go back green flag here tonight. Y'all's favorites out there in the chat world. Everybody's enjoying the race so far. Like it's Daytona.
See a couple of guys pull off, maybe topping it off, and see if they can't stretch this thing to lap 80. Be awfully tight.
Yeah, that is. I'm into you on that one. That one's going to be a tight window there.
I mean, you'd like to think ideally you could save enough fuel and make it to lap 80 before you have to pit again and finish it off on just 2 stops, but I don't know if that's possible.
No doubt about it. Well, here we go. Looks like a new leader out front, Chris Jabou. Jose Gonzalez going to take the front side here with Kevin Brown. David Comstock, name we haven't mentioned tonight, but in the back there, Michael Prister. Steve Ritter, Nick Silver, Tim Johnson there, Doug Roth, and John Fowler all at the top. So those pit stops shook up the field quite a bit.
Yeah, and what a good way for Jose, because as we mentioned, Ford Entertainment Group, brand new sponsor for him this season after one of his dual finishes. So good way to get some exposure for that machine. Put it right out front.
No doubt about it. As we're getting set to go back green flag tonight. Chris Jabou right there along with them. Here we go. Lights off on the pace car. Gonna dive off on pit road. Let guys go back to work up front here. Set to go back green flag here at Daytona. Green flag flies and we're back racing. Good side-by-side up front there between these cars.
Yeah, really good push from David Comstock to the back of Jose Gonzalez, trying to get him out to the lead there, but just not quite enough.
Not yet. To see Chris Jabou right down there on the backside, but you're right, David Comstock shoving that PC machine down the back stretch there, seeing if he can't get him a good run out front and see if those 2 cars can't break away.
Well, looks like Comstock's going to jump to the bottom, take a lead here.
Yeah, taking it over there on Jose. We'll put Chris Brown behind him and whatnot. Oh, here comes the outside Chris Jabou.
He does not want to hang behind him. He wants to lead the laps.
Man, what an aggressive move early on there. We'll have to say right now, with them being coming out of the backstretch side by side here, as opposed to in the virtual world here, I will have to say that the Camaros out front there have been the top guys here this week at the Daytona. We'll have to see if the Ford guys or the Toyotas can get up there.
Yeah, they've certainly had a successful speed week so far, unlike their real-world counterparts. But definitely looking to keep them out front, that's for sure. And Jose's gonna definitely do his best to keep that thing up front.
Absolutely. Right now, so far, everybody side by side. You see, man, right there, David Comstock up front for the moment. Chris Jabou, he's wanting to stay out front and maybe lead us a couple laps here. Right behind him, you got Kevin Brown, Jose Gonzalez doing the pushing. An awful lot of close quarter pushing this early in the race.
Yeah, we've rattled off 40 laps of the 120. We still got 80 more to go here, so a bit early for my liking, but some of these guys, it's just how they drive. They're just aggressive.
Very confident in their abilities and what the car can do. As you see right there, Chris Jabou takes the top spot, storming out of the turn here. Drops it down in front of David. That's going to leave Jose on the top side there. Call him Speedy. Well, I'll tell you what, he definitely, last season probably, he'd like to probably forget about it. Wasn't the season he wanted, but so far, looking pretty good. He's actually got a bad, fast hot rod.
Yeah, kind of dicing it up, up front here a little bit. But, again, they're pretty straight there in the back, trying to avoid any more wrecks here. Might get 3 wide here in a second.
So far, so good. As you like I said, out front, we see the man. That's Chris Jabou hanging on to it along with David Comstock there. Kevin Brown jumps up top.
Yeah, the Twinkie Mobile heading to the front.
Fast Twinkie right there, too.
And the best part is he still doesn't have to worry about any Twinkie wrappers getting caught up on the grill.
No. One thing we have to worry about whether or not he's eating any. I mean, while he's trying to drive.
You think if he wins the race, he's just going to, start throwing Twinkies out the side of the car?
Hey, run down there and grab me one, okay?
I will do.
That's what I'm saying. Right now, looking pretty fast. He's got a pusher there of Jose Gonzalez behind him. Michael Prister back there, too, with Steve Ritter. So they've got a good freight train up top. Down low, we saw this right before, and look who's back there in the back, though, in about 12th place spot. You saw him in the picture. I call him the king here at Sim500. Old Doug Roth loves those STP machines.
Yeah, he's certainly a guy that's going to be up there, towards the end of this race if he can stay out of trouble. Always seems to be at these plate tracks. A little bit quiet on the early going, but he always finds a way.
And you mentioned that right there, being quiet early on. I take that as a lot of these guys are very quiet. Different strategies. Joey Katina mentioned it right there. Just going to kind of ride. You got to be there at the end of it. Some guys love being up there in kind of the storm in the front side of the pack. Some just kind of, want to be in the very back. And it all depends on how you want to approach this race.
I'll tell you what, either way certainly makes for a long race. You're either checking every mirror every second, making sure you're in line, pushing, staying out front, or you're just kind of riding and they slowly tick off.
No doubt about it. Right now, the laps are ticking up here. We're at lap 46 in this one. Man, they're already trying to take a 3 wide back up there in the backside. It looks like Jason.
Josh Parker up
my
there.
bad. I'm so used to Jason being in a kick-ass car. Beef jerky machine. So used to seeing him in one. But, Josh in one. So is Jason running this season? Well, he's got one too. It's just a different color. I'm so used to seeing him run the color like that. Actually, it's not a kick-ass beef. My bad. It looks like one. That's actually the logo on the top of that hood, and I apologize to his sponsor out there, but the logo looks just like what the kick-ass beef jerky.
Oh, big moment there for the Twinkies car.
He's taking the lead. Like I said, bad, fast one. Reminds me of the Ghostbuster scene. Imagine if this was Twinkie. How big one.
Don't look now. Josh Parker, Doug Roth, a hard charge on the outside. Coming up on lap cars, they're going to have to get this 3 wide straightened out here pretty quick.
Yes, they are. They're coming 3 wide, like you said, into the turn. Boy, this is a dash effort to see if that high lane is going to work. Josh Parker bringing the momentum with Doug Roth and company. But you said it. They come up on lap traffic. They're going to have to settle out and see. You'll get back 2 by 2.
Yeah, they are rolling up on them fast. You can see that third lane starting to back off. Looks like they're going to duck down behind the second lane here.
Yeah, the only thing those lap cars could have done if it had caught them on a bad stretch was to go way, way down low and get off the track. But they caught them as they came out of the turn. That's Nelson Rivera and company there. But good job, heads-up awareness by all the drivers. As they almost go single file for the top 4 or 5 machines there.
Yeah, I would look for Josh Parker to take this thing 3 wide again. If there's anything we've learned through these speed weeks, is he's aggressive and he knows how to put that thing to the front.
Absolutely here. So far, good run as Kevin Brown out front leading it. Chris Jaboo there in second. David Comstock in third. He's got a high lane coming there. And it looks like it's pretty fast. It's actually with Jose Gonzalez. Side by side as they cross the line. Jose took that lap.
Yeah, the outside lane really getting a good push there. Inside lane a little bit broken up there. As you see David Comstock quite a ways back.
Well, Nick Silver up there. Look at that. Wow, that paint job too, because you know I'm a Mustang guy. I'm actually I love Mustangs. I've had about like 16, 17 of them since I was 16.
I'm right there with you. I've had 2 of them, and once I don't need the dad mobile anymore, I'll be getting another one.
No doubt about it, man. I love them. I connoisseur, but that is a beautiful paint job he's got on the side there, and he is pushing Jose to the front here. We'll see if he's got anything, and maybe that's another reason why I like the Twinkie mobiles. He's had a Mustang too, so that's a fast Twinkie.
Absolutely.
Hopefully nobody wrecks it. I don't want to see that.
Now everybody looks to be pretty calmed down now outside of the, little incident we had earlier with the first caution. I bet we're going to come out to another round of green flag pit stops here, another, 20 laps or so.
Yeah, no doubt. And everybody side by side. You see Jose's going to take it to the front. We'll see if he drops down low. Not going to be able to, as Kevin's going to close that door on him. We got Nick Silver. Here comes the top lane, 3 wide again.
Yeah, David not content with hanging back behind, and neither is Josh Parker. They're both going to try and skyrocket to the front of this group.
Yeah, they're going to take a 3 wide to come Jose right there in the middle. David is going to hang. No, he drops down in front of Jose.
He's going to get a great push from that 26 and a good run down the backstretch here.
Absolutely, and there's still 3 by 3 by 3 in the bad stretch here. Man, folks, this is some close quartered style racing right now. You make one wrong move, it'd be done.
We touched on it last week. As wide as this track might look, it's a lot narrower than it seems, especially once you're 3 wide.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and we said that you can go 3 wide here. Now 4 wide is kind of pushing it at Daytona. Obviously Talladega, yes. But this track is a little bit more narrower than what Talladega is. And, we've heard the old saying in the past, a little more handling is involved with this track. The cars can get actually a little bit more, wiggly, a little more looser and so forth and so on than what Talladega is because just the way that track's built. But here, 3 wide, yes, you can get away with it. 4 wide, you can do it. It's just tight.
We've seen it not work out too well for these guys.
Nah, I'm with you on that one. I never liked going 3 wide. I didn't really like staying 2 wide a lot of times. And, just to say it, when I did race a lot of these races, and let's just get an inside view here just to kind of show you what I'm talking about. We're riding along here with Michael Prister, through his front window. Right now he's not very, very close, but when he closes up into that car in front of him, all he sees is a big spoiler and a bumper. Now he's heading off into the bad stretch, and what I'm talking about, as long as he's down low, I never like to be in low behind somebody close, because when you go in low close, you don't really see that yellow line, and you don't see the entry of the turn very well. Sometimes you can end up clipping that apron if you don't watch. I always like to be in on the outside to where I can see, and let me see if I can give you an idea of a car on the outside here. As you can see, they can see ahead of them. They can see that line, and they can see the cars in front a little bit better. I just preferred the high lane more so than I did the low lane.
Yeah, I'm a high lane guy. I like being up there. It's just a lot easier to see all the way through that corner and see anything, in front of you that might be going on.
The low lane, though, I will say is probably the faster way around. But again, when you're behind somebody, now the trucks are probably the worst. The cup cars, yeah, they're bad. The trucks are probably the worst. I mean, you get tucked up behind one of them, all you see is a tailgate from there.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but I'd say probably the trucks and the cup cars are a little bit easier to handle than, say, the Xfinity cars. They get really light behind one another.
Bump drafting, very dangerous in the Xfinity car. Those bumpers are not flat like they are with the truck and the cup. And you're right as far as handling wise goes. Absolutely. What's up, John? How you doing? Scott Stencil hanging on to it back here. Doing pretty good. He's in the top 10. Got that number 24 machine there rolling. John Fowler, Steve Ritter there along with him. Mike Kelly hadn't really mentioned much on his end tonight, but right there too. Make a car change this year? I think Mike Kelly did.
Is he still running in the 2 car?
He's running the 2, but he's in a Toyota. Don't remember him being in a Toyota last year.
I think for the most part when I've seen Mike, he's been in a Chevy, if I remember correctly.
That's what I'm saying. I don't remember him ever being in a Toyota, so changing over to Toyota this season.
Hey, definitely, for as similar as all these cars are, they all do drive a little bit differently when you get on these other tracks.
Absolutely. So far, good race happening out here. Gotta be impatient. Still 2x2 up front.
Now the other thing that might have happened is team changes for him. I don't know if he changed teams in the off season or.
Well, I think that's another thing too. That's something that we'll keep up with as it goes on. We'll get some information, and yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is change teams.
Well, I know a lot of people out there watching might be wondering, what the importance of a team is, and it's really a lot of communication, helpfulness, kind of guys bouncing ideas off of each other, how to make cars faster.
Absolutely right now. So everybody, man, looking pretty good as 2x2 up front. Everybody rolling so far.
Yeah, we're about 15 more laps away from seeing guys start making pit stops again and see if they can't get on and off pit road a little bit cleaner this time.
Yeah, you're right. I think we're getting close to the pit stops here. We're not, actually about 2 laps away from about halfway. And actually, only one caution. So definitely has been very, very, I got to give my hats off to these guys. Been very patient up front.
Yeah, it's been pretty tame, but it's not going to last as we are going to hit the halfway point when we hit this black and white stripe here one more time.
Far so good as everybody side by side. Go.
One of the more interesting things is we, break out our Larry Mack calculators. If these guys come down pit road, 75 to go, all going to have to make one more stop. They're not going to have enough fuel to make it to the end.
That's interesting right there. So, basically, if they make another stop here, they're still going to have to make one more.
Yeah, you'd be looking at lap 105, 110, I believe, if they stop at, lap 75.
Okay. There you go.
You'd be looking at lap 110, so you'd be looking at a quick splash and go with 10 to go, or maybe you just ride out the tank and hope for a caution.
Well, there you go. I mean, you got Patrick, man. He's on it, so that's good.
You got to get those strategies down. It's something that these guys have been, talking about since the start of the race. Especially now, they're trying to figure out when they're going to come down and when to make that last pit stop.
And I think a lot of these guys are getting themselves in position right now. You see Kevin Brown still out front there. Got David Comstock up high. I think you'll start seeing a lot of that high lane. Try to see what they can do here. Appreciate that, John. As we're getting this one here halfway through, a little over halfway through in this one. Home for the kickoff the 2020 series here with the Transervice Cup Series, presented by the Sim500. Very, very good race so far. These guys have been very patient. Only had one caution here tonight, though.
And what a way to really showcase one of the premier series here for this league and having a really good race here.
So far, so good. Side by side to the line. Jose Gonzalez is there. Is he going to lead this lap? He sure is. Man, he has got a bad, fast machine tonight. Could be one of the favorites to pull this thing off.
Yeah, a lot of guys up front here that really know how to get it done. I'm not going to count out Mike Kelly back there. Seen him lead towards the end here of these super speedway races. You've seen kind of the rookies fall off a little bit towards the back. Haven't really seen much of them since the caution flag flew. So 3 wide for the lead.
Oh, man, you see Nick Silver right there. Going to try to make it topside, but he's got David Comstock along with him. But he's up there all alone, Nick is.
Yeah, no friends on that move. He tried it.
It's a little early for that one. I think, then again, I don't see Josh Parker up there either.
Nah.
Well, if old Josh was there, he probably said, let's go, Nick. We're going to see what we can get up with.
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I got Josh Parker riding right behind Doug Rock there, about, 12th, 13th?
Yeah, I see him back there. He's in 9th place right now. Josh is, but you're right, in the mix there, along with Doug Roth, Mike Kelly, Steve Ritter, and company. Those guys look like they're just content to actually just kind of run back there in the back.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, again, we talked about it a little bit come the first pit stop, is hanging out all the way in the back. You can see when the guys in front of you pit and maybe base your pit strategy off of it, come in a larger group.
So far, so good. Some side-by-side racing here. 2x2. Tandems happening up front. Yeah, Scott Stencil out here in the group here tonight. He's actually having a pretty good run. He's up there in 3rd. So he was in the back there earlier on. Jose definitely, he is content to stay out front in this one. David Comstock up front there. Scott Stencil, Kevin Brown, Chris Jaboo, Silver, Josh Parker and company. Michael Brister up there. So a lot of guys you can see already kind of content to stay up front.
Tell you who's not. That 24 car looking for that lead.
That's Scott Stencil. Don't count him out. That guy, hey, pull it off here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. But you wonder, I mean, they're racing pretty hard up here as we come across the line. 67 laps now complete. Gonna have to get ready for these pit stops. What's the strategy for these guys on the outside?
That is true. What are they going to do? Jose and company down there looking pretty good. They got the inside lane. But right now, you're right. That top lane, I'm interested to see what they need to do.
Hey, how much fuel, can you save really riding around here? Half throttle, quarter throttle?
I'm not sure. I'd imagine you could save a little bit at least. We heard that in a real race out there. The guys out driving, never mind, here comes the front runners to pit road. Well, we'll see probably several other cars here in the next several laps come on pit road, but we saw that, if you're out front, you can burn a lot of fuel. I'm not sure if that translates over to the virtual world, though, or not.
Yeah, I will say for certain. I mean, if you're one of these guys out front, you're really, foot's down and you're going. For everybody else, they're probably running quarter throttle, half throttle. They're lifting a lot back there to try and save.
So far, Scott Stenzel's got his nose out front. Cars out of the way there. Good job. You got Nick Silver down low. Looks like David Comstock's going to go along with there up top.
Yeah, no takers this time around.
Kind of odd. How many more laps you think they can stay out there?
I'd say, depending on how much fuel they save, they'd be looking at 5 laps, 5-6 laps to the max. I think 75 is about as far as they're going to be able to push it.
Well, it looks like everybody's lining up single file down low, so got a feeling it shouldn't be long if Scott Stenzel peels off on pit road this time by.
See Mike Kelly drop down there. Looks like he's going to be lone guy on pit road.
Didn't go this time by, did they?
Oh yeah, Mike Kelly dropped down there, but one's kind of a lonely number here at these plate tracks.
Absolutely. Far so good. We'll see if Scott Stenzel right now actually if he comes on pit road this time by. And folks, like I say, we're here in the virtual world here tonight, kicking off the 2020 season here tonight for the Transervice Cup Series, presented by the Sim500 at Daytona. Good race so far. Obviously, our thoughts and prayers here for the Ryan Newman. If you watched the real Daytona 500 earlier, you saw the horrifying crash that he had earlier. We haven't got an update on him, but thoughts and prayers out there to him. Like I say, in the virtual world here tonight, I don't really have to worry about a lot of that, but those guys out there do. Doug Ross drops down. I think that's an indication he might be bringing that thing on pit road.
Yeah, everybody's really kind of about that time.
Yeah, it's getting close now. From this point, I still don't think they can make it, you know?
Yeah, no, they're gonna have to make one more pit stop, even stopping now.
Obviously, we don't count any cautions. If it goes green the entire way, now here comes Doug Roth down pit road. But Scott Stenzel still stays out. Is this surprising? Or does it surprise you?
Not too much. I knew, some of these guys, they came in topped off. You can save quite a bit here under caution, just ride around with the engine off. So I'd say maybe seeing them lap 75 here. They still got about, 2 more trips around.
Well, they run up on a lot of lap traffic. There's one thing that green flag stops do. That does break up the field pretty good.
Oops. One more taker there on pit road.
Give you an idea of just what the gap is here on pit road. You can see all the way back. Well, the top 10 are right there within a second. Then you start really dropping off, past that, and then 21st on back. About a half track back. What do you think about the race so far here, Ryan? Or Patrick?
Ooh, big chunk of guys on the pit road. It's been good so far.
Scott Stencil on pit road now. See what he goes with. 2 or 4. Like 4-tire style.
Yeah, you might as well put 4 fresh rubbers on it.
Well, that actually puts out Chad Coleman up front now, leading with Tyler Stevens back up front, Tommy Ryan, Jeff Ryan, Jody Green, and Randy Yoakum all up front now.
Well, not to interrupt our race here, but I do have a live update on Ryan Newman. NASCAR just went live a second ago.
Ah, okay. What you got?
He has serious injuries, but they are non-life threatening.
That's good. That's really good.
So obviously the full extent not known, but he is gonna live.
Awesome.
Hopefully they're
that's good. That's really good. That's awesome.
For as serious as they are, hopefully they're nothing too bad, and he's gonna be able to get up and walk around and be with his family again. So quick update: Ryan Newman, non-life threatening injuries, but they are serious.
Good deal. There we go. Awesome. That's what we like to hear. There we go. I tell you what, that's a good relief out there for all the people. On the green flag here. Green flag pit stops, and looks to be Chad Coleman. Far off, he was off the grass. Chad Coleman coming out of pit road right now. He's got a slew of machines coming by him. David Comstock in there. And yes, John, there's a Ford up there that we like. It's called the Twinkie Mobile. Right there. It's a Twinkie car.
The best looking car on the track.
It is. It's got to be. That's a bad, fast Twinkie. Chris Jaboo out front, David Comstock along there. Jose has been fast all night long. I tell you, don't count him out. Kevin Brown right there running. Nick Silver's been another one up there very quick. Steve Ritter, Doug Roth, Mike Kelly, Krister. And Nick Cohan's moved up in the top 10.
And it's one of those things where I think you'll see some of these guys really try and position themselves, but again, we got one more stop we're gonna have to make before the end of this race. I'd say look for them to come down and just short pit it.
So far so good, you're right. I think the next stop, anybody that took 4 tires, with 4 tires, I think these guys, now you can just maybe come off, top it off with fuel.
Yeah, I think you'll be looking at, maybe 10 to go, 20 to go. Guys will duck down on pit road, put a splash of fuel in it, get right back out there.
Demora, you can go to Sim500.com. Definitely check them out. I know this series here, they are full, but they always, are taking, I think, some standbys. Things can happen throughout the season. They do a full NASCAR series here, but they do have other series. The truck series is about to start up. Obviously, they have an Xfinity series that runs on Sunday night. Many different other series runs throughout the week, so definitely check them out. Sim500.com. If you want to check out any info and send them a message there. Let them know you heard it off the broadcast here at OSR Network and whatnot. But yeah, John, I love Twinkies too. They definitely love me.
They've set themselves up for a really interesting end of race scenario here. You want to go hard and you want to get the lead, but knowing you have one more pit stop to make, how hard do you push it?
Yeah, Brian. Yeah, we heard there. Patrick, he gave us an update on it, so that was awesome news, man, to find out about that. But Good race here so far. Kevin Brown, he's holding his nose out front there. Got David Comstock pushing, but up top, Nick Silver. We were talking earlier, but look behind them. Mike Kelly, he's the lone Toyota up there.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, we talked about it a few laps ago. You can't count him out. He's going to find his way up to the front, and he's going to be in contention here.
Good speed up front by all these guys. We're getting here to the closing laps. Still lap 81. Kind of got a little ways to go. Still early on for these guys to get up here and start pushing around. But, man, I tell you, it's been a lot of great patience so far.
No, absolutely. It's one of those things where, in about 5 laps, you're in a golden window where if you pit, you're going to have enough fuel to make it to the end. So kind of when do you make that call?
What do you think, Patrick? When would you make it?
I might be one of the guys who wants to come down early. Or come down, top it off, real quick, short pit stop, not have to wait or do any calculations. And then just go for it the rest of the way. And if the caution comes out, I've already pit, and I'll have to do it again.
There you go. I'm with you on that one. That's definitely you'll see all kinds of strategy there. A lot of the guys out there who, remember they didn't take, they came in later. So they might think that they want to go a little bit further on this one. Got to see it. And then again, got to think about it for caution flies.
Yeah, the caution flies and fuel strategy all the way out the window. Toss that paper. You don't need it anymore.
That's what I say. I tell you, all that work, man, like you said, out the window on that one. Up front, got the 2 Fords there. Kevin Brown, Nick Silver. Working pretty good to get David Comstock, Mike Kelly, Chris Jaboo and company there.
You want to see it go green all the way, though. It's one of those things we love about racing. See how the strategy, who outthinks the other guy next to you.
That's what I'd like to see. And you're right, John. I do think Nick Silver's paint job looks really cool. But the Twinkie car. I just get a kick out of the Twinkie. I don't know.
He's going to have to put it in victory lane for him, just so you can talk about his Twinkie car a little bit more.
Yeah, put it in top 3 so we at least talk to him, man. Doing pretty good so far. But, hey, I don't want to take anything else away from any of the other guys out here. They definitely have got some absolute nice-looking paint jobs throughout the field here. A lot of guys were showing them off in the off-season, getting prepared for the Transervice Cup Series. They put in a lot of work with their, the designers, their sponsors out here. So there we go, kind of cool.
And what a fantastic race we've had so far. 84 laps, just the one caution, kind of a weird freak incident here. You still got most of the field running in contention for this thing. It's been awesome.
So far, so good. So far, so good, man. We've seen that high lane not, break away in a single file here, so a lot of guys staying up top pretty good.
It's really the calm before the storm here, though, isn't it? We know it's about to get wild here as soon as these guys make these last pit stops.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, and that's the big one. We've not seen, well, I just said 2 words out of my mouth. We've not seen the big one, and a lot of times we don't say it's a matter of if, it's when. And you're right, so kind of calm before the storm. We'll just have to see what these guys do, because, the patience is going to wear us thin as we get closer to the end of this race. But a good run so far. Yeah, let's look back here. Tommy Ryan get on to the 11th place spot. Not mentioned much on his end. He has Tyler Stevens right there behind him. Remember Tyler Stevens put it on pole here and has had a very fast car all night long. pretty good so far.
Well, you just imagine him and Josh Parker getting hooked up together. You're talking about a deadly combination that's going to come to the front.
Absolutely. So Tyler right now hanging on to that 12th place spot. Josh Parker's back there. Don't count these guys out. And, most notably, too, our defending series champ, Anthony DeBarro, was fast, remember, in the duels. But he's not been up front all night long. Kind of been just hanging out in the back with that silver bullet machine. So, been kind of quiet. Here's the thing I noticed about him. He's in a Toyota.
Yeah, there's really, I know the Dizzy Motorsports guys are in Toyotas, but really not a whole lot of them out here, are there?
Well, we know Anthony is. He's in a Toyota. And he was in a Chevy last year. I'm wondering if he doesn't get the performance out of that car, he might switch back.
Always a possibility here in the iRacing world is if you didn't like the Chevy or Ford you were running, you just, click on the next one.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we've seen some guys, like you said, switch it up here just a little bit, out front. Again, Anthony changing manufacturers, defending series champion here. But it's had to see whether or not that pays dividends to him. Hey, Doug Roth trying to bring that high lane to life.
Yeah, you wonder if maybe it's too early, though, again, with these, pending pit stops. You're in the golden zone here. How hard do you push it? Do you force a yellow?
Josh Parker, did you see that right there? I don't know if you caught that. Sorry about that, but I don't know if you caught that. Josh Parker, man, he got way out of shape. Had to get out of it there, and that killed the momentum of that high lane.
Well, you wonder about maybe these guys that didn't take tires or, have only been taking lefts this whole time. Eventually they do wear out, and it's a hot track. It does get a little squirrely on you.
Yeah, he was up there high. He was pushing pretty good, Doug Roth, and that car just kind of got a little wiggly, and that just broke all his momentum. Good save on his end there, but yeah, it could have been disastrous. Well, we should be closing in on the pit stops here pretty soon.
Yeah, I'd like to think you'll probably see guys here in the next 10 to 20 laps start coming down. Oh, make liars out of me. Now they're coming.
Kevin Brown's down. Now, is this too early? Oh, looks like one car's in the grass, though. I mean, I asked there, do you think this too? I mean, this puts them at 30 laps. 29, so, well, no, not too early then. My bad. Fuel only there. Steve Ritter.
Yeah, I mean, they're in the window. We talked about it. As soon as you got to kind of lap 80 here, or 85, you were in the window. This pit stop will run you till the end here.
Think it was a smart move on their end to break off like that?
I do. Because you're looking at, again, if the caution is going to happen to come out right now, they don't have to pit again. They're going to be right up at the front of the field. I think they're playing it perfectly here.
Now, my other question there is, if a caution does come out, though, would you pit again? Because they didn't take tires.
I would not. I'm staying out. I'm taking track position.
Oh, okay. Yeah, lawnmower. That's what I always see. PA lawnmower.
A couple more peeling off here.
Yeah, they're not coming in big packs like we've seen in the past. And now that part kind of worries me a little bit. I mean, because you need help here And if that pack up front comes down as a huge pack, so.
Yeah, I guess, one of the hopes is you get out in front of it, stay in front of it here, maybe get yourself up. And if you can get up to full speed here, by the time these guys pit, and then they come off pit road, you'll be coming with a full head of steam. You might be able to either catch up to them or blow right past them.
And another lap here, we're setting it up here to get to the closing moments of this race. And big, huge pack up front led by Nick Silver, David Comstock and company up there. And you're right. I always say if racing like this hasn't gotten you excited, got your hair, man, jumping up, down, moving up, down your body, man, I don't know what will, because it has been an exciting racing. And there again, I want to call your doctor tomorrow and tell him you need some medicine.
Yeah.
Or you can get a hold of Kevin Brown. He'll give you a Twinkie. That always solves it.
Right, it's good common food. It's that Southern comfort food.
There you go.
Yeah, deep fry it, though.
All right. So far, we're getting down here. A little single file up front. Silver holding on to it. David Comstock's there. Mike Kelly.
Oh. And you wonder, when's this big pack going to hit pit road? Are they going to be able to hit pit road? Or are they going to get a little dicey up here?
You're right. I mean, this is the time you got to put yourself in a position, because it's the money stop here. You mess this one up, and it could be your race.
That's very true. We're kind of down to crunch time here, and just the slightest mistake, getting on pit road. We saw it a little earlier. Somebody went for a spin through the grass. That could be the end of it for you.
And obviously we're talking if it goes green the entire way. We do have a green-white checkers implemented here tonight. We get one attempt of that. So, we're taking the fact that it goes green flag, and it has been green flag. We have one caution tonight here so far. So it's been a very exceptional race. Now, Joey talked to us earlier today, me and Patrick and all, and he said he felt like it was going to be a good race, and I was like, well, it's Daytona, it's plate track racing, you never know. I take it back to that wild card, so. But, hey, so far these guys have done an exceptional job.
Well, that's very true. I wouldn't expect anything, but the best from this league.
Doubt about it here is Mike Kelly now takes the top spot, along with Nick Silver there. Now, Mike Kelly was in a Ford last year.
Was he?
I thought he was. I could be wrong. I could be.
He's just digging that Joe Gibbs off-season series paint scheme.
I think that's what it. Yeah, there you go.
And
right now, it's paying
dividends.
dividends.
It's a sharp scheme.
Hey, it's paying dividends. He's out front. Turn one hero. So right now he's looking like a hero, leading it.
Yeah, don't cut out Josh Parker though. He's found his way all the way back up to the front.
Oh, that guy is wild too. He's got a fast machine, and bringing up there Richard Beasley. There's another one. That's one of our rookies there. But you also got another rookie on his outside, and that's Tyler Stevens, along with another one there, Jody Green. So you got three of the rookie drivers right there near each other.
Man, can you imagine coming into this series, a rookie like that, fresh face, you come out and you win this thing?
Well, if I'm one of the other veterans, I'd be like, what
hey,
just
kid,
happened?
you didn't pay your dues yet.
Yeah, what just happened? That'd be the thing. I mean, my hat's off. Tyler Stevens came out here and put this thing on pole to make the field. All right, so he qualified his way in here and did very good. I think he got caught up in an incident in the duels, but doing very good coming out here tonight. He, was out front for a while, got shuffled back to the back. Now he's coming back up to the front here again. Again, riding right there in 10th place. Still a little early, as when they come across the line here, it's going to be 20 to go. We're getting close. Normally, I would say business is about to pick up, run what you brung, but usually it's with about less than 10 to go at plate track because it's so big.
Yeah, that's we're gonna round it out here. Gonna come to lap 100. Still, this front pack that we're watching still has to come down pit road one more time.
Tell you, if I had a guy that I'd probably really rooting for, that'd be Scott Stencil. I just got to give my hats off. I mean, he has just had a rough go at the series here. Gets caught up in a lot of things and whatnot, and right now just having an exceptional run up to 6th.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. A lot of it's, you feel like you fall into a rut sometimes with this sim and on the leagues, and you just always seem to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and then you finally get one of those breakout weeks, and it all just seems to change for you.
You're right. You go through a season, like you just said, you feel like, man, everything's going wrong, and then you might come back, next season, and everything just starts to go right. And right now could be the jump start that he needs.
Just gonna have to see how this all pans out here. See when these guys are gonna get ready to pit.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. They're running down pretty good, so what happens?
This is one of those instances where maybe pitting early isn't going to help you out too much if this pack can catch you and get around you, because then you'd be looking at heading to the back anyways once you take a wave around.
So far, so good. Mike Kelly's leading it. Low and Nick Silver right there. David Comstock and company.
I think I'm going to have to go with Richard Beasley right now as a sleeper pick to win this race. Rookie, but he slowly worked his way up here through the field. Sitting really nice right now in 7th place. I like the way that Tide machine looks.
Joey said it the best earlier on. You got to be there at the end to win it. You've also got to put yourself in the right position to win it. And he has, alone right there with Tyler Stevens, Cody Green and company. So a lot of the rookies here have put themselves in the right position.
That guy's getting a little spread out, starting to come down to the bottom lane here. Might be getting ready to make that final pit stop.
Yeah, I think right now we're definitely looking, kind of setting themselves up. As you see, everybody up front is kind of forming down low now.
Yeah, nice single file line there to come in. It's going to be a real short, just splash and go. All they need is, about 20 laps here. Give yourself a little buffer just in case you need a green-white-checkered.
I'm looking right here at the gap. Joey Katina back in 14th place. He's the furthest off. He is about 33 seconds back from that lead pack there. Randy Yoakum would be at the tail end of that lead pack up there. So some of them only peel off, not the whole pack peeled off. So still, pit strategy's going on.
I think the best thing they could have done was to come as a large pack here. I think breaking it up into 4, 5, 6 cars here and there is not going to end up working out too well for them.
No, and I'm with you there, because if we go back to Joey Katina, he's back there. He's got a freight train, and their only hope is that they stay in line like they are. But it's only 5 machines. They're a solid 23. Moved up a little bit that time. Now they're 13 seconds back. But that is still a huge way back here. And obviously they will gain some.
You got one more through the grass.
Yeah, who is it? Nigel Standish.
I'd say Randy Yoakum.
Nigel Standish off the track. If I can watch a replay and see what that shows. I'll watch a replay here. No caution out there. But I agree with you. I think that pack needs to come in as a huge pack, because, 3 or 4 cars at a time is just not really going to work out. We're watching this play here with Nigel. And yeah, you see him. Got a little wiggly. He tried to save it. Got it straight.
Looks like maybe a late decision to come to pit road and just got on the brakes a little bit too late there.
Tommy Ryan out front now, along with Jody Green. Still breaking up these packs and the small packs. And here's the thing about that. Unless a caution flies, there's just not going to be enough time for you to catch up to the front.
No, but I'm looking at this pack right here, and you got a couple cars that still need to come down pit road, I believe.
You do. Up front, I'm seeing them. Obviously, Tommy Ryan, Jody Green, Tyler Stevens, Randy Yoakum, Jason Barham. I think are the ones that have yet to come on pit road. Yeah. Don't know what to wait on.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting to the point now where, I mean, they're going to have to come. You've got maybe 3 to 6 laps left on gas.
Yeah, not sure what the MO is there. Now, obviously, you do have Jose Gonzalez down low. It was the first car lap down in 23rd. The problem is those cars are up high now. You see, Tommy Ryan drops down low there.
Well, and you know, if you're Jose, you don't have any, you know, need to let them in the line to let them pit. I mean, they made their bed, and you can force them to stay there and lay in it.
Yeah, that's a wrecky. Because we don't want to see that. But I'm saying. You're right, I mean, because Jose would love to be right there. Get back on the lead lap, obviously. You did see Tommy Ryan drop down, so he's in a good position. Interesting to see what that top lane does, though.
Well, Jody Green, Tommy Ryan, Tyler Stevens, Randy Yoakum, they all got to come to pit road.
And now Jody is now. Actually, that's a product right there. Tommy Ryan just let Jody come on down, I think. We'll see if he does the same there for Tyler. Because here's the thing, I mean, you are playing the game. If he was to run out of fuel up there, I mean, that could cause a wreck as close as they are. So, yeah, I know what you're saying about Jose right there. He jumps up top. But obviously, if one of those guys in the front was to spit and sputter, it wouldn't take much of a tap. Send them around.
Oh, even just a little sputter on the fuel tank. Yeah, you'd be in trouble.
Oh, right there,
Maybe getting down might be coming this time.
Yeah, and it looked like what happened was Jose and company moved up high, let those cars come down low. So, you know, again, good sportsman. But you're right. You know, Jose obviously didn't have to, but they still didn't come on pit road this time by.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's going to work out staying out any longer for them.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know what they're going to gain because at some point you keep staying out, you're losing time on the track. Well, I don't want to say you're really losing time because you still are in a big grab pack here. Any other place you would definitely be losing a lot of time because tire wear would be a factor. But at this point, you know, when you do make your pit stop, unless you're just planning to come in for a splash and go.
Yeah, it's something definitely going to have to keep an eye on, see where they kind of file out here when they do eventually come down.
Yeah, I mean, here they come now, Tyler Stevens, and let's,
Ooh, I don't know if Randy got down to pit road speed on that one. He came in hot.
Well, let's go here on Tyler Stevens and just see what he actually does. He was in front of that pack right there. Let's see if he goes with any tires or if he just goes with a splash of fuel. He took
just
no
a
tires.
Splash and go.
And as long as they stayed out here, I mean, obviously you know what? We only got 9 to go.
And one of the things not talked about a lot, how slick that apron is, especially on old tires. You know, these guys are going to struggle getting back up to speed now.
Tyler got off pit road pretty good, and he does have somebody behind him. The thing about it is, here comes that pack of cars. He's going to be in that pack of car. By the time they get to him, he's going to grab onto the back end, so he's going to be right there in that pack and contend for the win here. So the splash and go fuel stop might have saved him. Yes, this pack's going to go by him. But you see, by the time they get by him, he's going to actually... He's going to hook onto him.
Oh, no!
And they're wrecking. Caution is going to be out right here. Wow. Let's go back because that one happened in the back there. Oh, Tommy Ryan involved with that one. He was one of the ones that got spun.
Yeah, it looks like they were all just trying to squeeze on by, and it didn't go well for him.
Yeah, Tommy Ryan just got hooked in the back. Looks like looks like maybe Josh Parker got up in the wall a little bit right there. I'm not sure what car, and unfortunately Jody, man, is involved in it too.
Yeah, it looks like the 5 car.
Actually, David Comstock was the car involved. That was the one car who actually... Yeah, the 5 car looked like it was all wiggly, just clipped the back end right up into David Comstock and Tommy Ryan, and the Tide machine there, Jody, unfortunately nowhere to go. It looks like Tyler Stevens got out of it, but under caution here. Woo! Now we're getting down here.
Well, I think one of the things we got to talk about here as we watch this caution is we're going to get going with, you know, maybe 4 to go here. Nick Cohan, Anthony DeBarro. Guys, we haven't talked about all race. Guys who've been out back all race. Played that strategy perfectly to take the lead there.
But my question, do you pit for tires now? A lot of those guys that didn't pit, or they did pit, they only pitted for fuel. Do you come on pit road now and get tires?
You know, I think if I'm out front, if I use, you know, top 15, 20, absolutely not. I'm staying out, holding my track position.
Okay. I think if I'm back in 25th or so spot like that, I probably would come in. Nothing really to lose being back there. Up front, it's really a gamble, like you said. Going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting. But under caution here. Second time tonight.
Well, and it was a nice, calm race leading up to this point. It's going to be anything but that now.
Absolutely. So far, so good. Like you just said, Jason Barham out front there with Nick Cohan. And Brendan, top rookie. Look at that. And we talked about Anthony DeBarro. He's up there too. Timothy Johnson. So that's the Dizzy Motorsports gang who were just kind of hanging out in the back there. See.
Yeah, they put themselves in a really good position here at the end of this race. It's about as good as you could ask for.
Well, which one's your favorite driver out of that group?
I mean, that's a favorite. That's a tough one. I mean, Nick's a riot. He's a fun guy to talk to, a fun guy to listen to. Anthony DeBarro, though, there's something about him. I mean, he's won a championship here. Just super, super talented guy. You know, they're all great guys.
So you plead the fifth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm like a parent. I'm not going to pick favorites.
I hear you. There we go. Well, I tell you what. Well, so far they put themselves, like you said, in the right position here to pull this thing off. You know, they've been riding out back all night long, and definitely would love to put one of them cars in victory lane. They've got the cars to do it. They got the talent up there to do it. To see if it's going to hold on, because again, this is Daytona and anything can happen.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, we're going to be, like you said, we're going to have probably about 3 or 4 to go here.
I'd be willing to bet that it might not be the last caution we see tonight.
Oh yeah, business is definitely picking up. It's run what you brung time. You know, all the sheets are out the window. It's in the driver's hands at this point. You know, you've got to make your bed and lay in it and kind of just do what you can do to win this thing. But you can't count out any of them other drivers. I mean, obviously Scott Stencil still there. Norman, another one of the rookies, up to 6 so far. Tyler Stevens still in this thing. Jay Coleman's there. Josh Parker. You know, Timothy Johnson there. So a lot of great drivers up here. Obviously, only one can win. Ooh. That's a who's who of names here at Sim500 to try to pick.
Yeah. Just heavy hitters, you know, all the way through the front of this.
Absolutely.
So don't count out Tyler Stevens yet. He's, you know, hanging there in 8th spot. Could still win this thing.
And like you said, being a rookie here, first race of the Sim500, you know, he's already put it on pole. And so he's already shown that, hey, look, guys, I'm going to be a contender this season. I got a feeling if you don't win this race, look out. I got a feeling he will win some races this season here at Sim500.
Yeah, I agree with you there. He's going to grab a couple of W's this year, definitely.
Lights off on the pace car. When it crosses the line here, we have what, 4 to go?
We are. We're going to be on lap 117. They have 4 laps to get it done.
And if a caution does fly within those 4 laps, obviously if it's not the white flag, we will have one attempt at a green-white-checkered. Here we go. Let to go back. Green flag here for the kickoff of the 2020 Daytona 300 here tonight. Transervice Cup Series presented by the Sim500. I want to appreciate everybody tuning in. Hit that like button, share out there. The good one kicking off this season right tonight. These boys have put on a very good show. Did not had it's actually what? Maybe the second caution?
Yeah, it was only the second caution.
Yeah, only the second caution, yeah. Really, really good.
And man, I gotta tell you, it's been a great race, but we ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh no, that just indicates that I've got that I've actually got. See, it turns green when I click on the driver. That you see the name down there. Here we go. Pace car peels off on the pit road. Jason Barron's going to lead him to the line. Nick Cohen's going to try to get a good side draft off of him as they head off in turn 1.
Great start for Nick Cohen, too.
Don't want to get too far out there, though, but you already see all his teammates go high with him. That was by plan there.
A3's holding tough, but I don't know if he can hold that bottom lane by himself for too much longer, though.
Got help coming. If they can get up there really quick, then they're going to give a run to those guys up there because not all those guys are going to be able to get down. But you see Nick Cohen obviously been able to drop down low. Anthony's still staying up high there with Timothy. Timothy's not been able to drop down. Thought Anthony would eventually have dropped down there, but nope. Here it comes to the line. It's a drag race.
Yeah, they're going to come 3 wide on that outside lane, too.
Oh, car off on the infield.
Great save.
Yeah, it's going to get dicey up front here. Nick Cohen's trying to do everything he possibly can. But, man, look at that rookie back there. Brendan, he is pushing Nick Cohen for everything he can.
Oh, around goes Nick.
Oh, it's a crash up front.
Yeah, it's a big one.
And that's going to wipe that's going to wipe most of the field.
Looks like Mike Kelly might be the guy who got through it unscathed.
Let's go back on the replay. Let us cipher through this one. They were up there 3 wide. I mean, wild racing down through here. See him 3 wide in that turn. Nick Cohan up there, he was doing some blocks. Brendan up there doing everything he can. Then behind them, they just went wild. The back stretch here. And he threw a block. Wrong place to throw a block. I mean, and it got clipped. Gone.
Yeah, just not much you can do about that.
Let's see what here. Let's ride along with Nick Silver and see what happened here, because that triggered a big one there, because Nick Cohan went way off the racetrack. You see Nick Silver there behind all those guys. Don't know if he just had to make a move or he thought he had to make one. Here they are. They're coming down the back stretch here. You see Nick, he just threw a block and then from that point just got clipped. And then, oh, I see up front there, Jason Barham actually got in the side. And I'm going to tell you what, that just pile drive the field up front. Ouch.
Yeah, you got a lot of torn up race cars there. And like I said, looks like Mike Kelly be the one to get out of it clean. And honestly, the best thing that might have happened for Nick was getting turned down the backstretch there, because he wasn't a part of it.
Absolutely. Like just Jason Barham just tried to avoid it down the backstretch right there, and just the car just kind of get out from under him. If he had a little bump, yeah, he was just trying to avoid it, and then from there, watching Jose Gonzalez here, nowhere to go. Watch a slow-mo right here, folks. I mean, just a pile up. Big one. Took out a lot of cars, a lot of the Dizzy Motorsports. That one.
Yeah, your favorite Twinkie Mobile is
I
missing
know,
the front
the
bumper.
Twinkie, man. He got in it. See him right there. And we got the one car way up upside down. Oh, they're everywhere.
The good news is most everybody's missing bumpers and fenders, so maybe the Twinkie Mobile won't be too bad after all.
Ah, no doubt. Soft hit for him at least.
That's true. And a lot of a spongy cake to absorb the impact.
Well, that puts Mike Kelly out front. Kevin Brown's going to be right behind him. Problem is, like I say, he's missing the whole front in that car, and he's not going to... the bad thing where he's going to sit at is he's going to be starting in second, so he's going to be out front no matter what. He would probably rather be in third, because then he could just tuck up behind somebody. So whoever gets behind Kevin, it's really going to jack that field up. They're going to want to get out behind him really quick.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, the car's just not going to get up to speed. Dwayne Vincent, remember, hey, he pulled off the Talladega race at the last race of the Joe Gibbs series there. So he knows how to get it done. He's right there in third. Bobby Wetzel, Glenn Campbell. So we got some heavy hitters. You got John Boris, the top, and Gael Brooks. Look at that, man. Watch
you
out.
got some guys with some straight panels, back here. Bobby Wetzel being one of those guys, Haven't talked about him all night, but here he is up front, going to be a green-white-checkered, and he's got straight panels on that car.
Yeah, Bobby Wetzel, Mike Kelly. Now, let's kind of look at this right now. Mike Kelly's going to be out front. Obviously, Kevin's going to be right there beside of him. Dwayne Vincent's going to be the thing. It's all going to depend. Look at Bobby Wetzel's car. It looks pretty clean. So, really, it all depends on who he wants behind him. Does he want Bobby or does he want Dwayne? Both of those cars look clean. So, either way, Mike Kelly, if I was him, I'd put it down low. Have one of them cars push, because whoever gets behind, I am actually seeing Dwayne's got some back end damage, so probably opt on Bobby. No, it's going to be interesting. I just got a feeling. The bad thing is, as much as I like the Twinkie Mobile, with that damage and him being the second car, whoever in that lane is just not going to get going.
Yeah, I think if I'm Mike, I'm taking the bottom, and I'm going to force that whole top lane to take that 93.3 wide. If you want to get around him, you got to go the long way.
And I think, and I believe you're 100% right there. So obviously we're going to get one attempt at the green-white-checkered. So, I'm with you. Mike Kelly. He's probably in the best position out of all. Now, obviously, if Kevin Brown was in third, it'd be maybe a different subject. But right now, Mike Kelly's probably in the best position because you're right. Put him up high, force them to go 3 wide, and then maybe a caution flies, and then the race is official. It's over, and him out front. Obviously, they make it to the white flag, and a caution flies is a different subject. But, you know, at this point, I don't really, I hate to say that. Let me go ahead and just say it. I don't understand why race control would not tell Kevin Brown, move off the track. I know he's on the lead lap. I know we're coming. But I believe NASCAR would actually black flag a car like that, wouldn't it?
You know, I would want to say yes, but if you remember Talladega all those years ago, Kevin Harvick was down 2 cylinders, and NASCAR kind of let him keep his position on the track. I think Martin Truex Jr. at New Hampshire a couple years ago as well lost his all the gearing. He was stuck in 4th, and they let him kind of keep his front row starting spot. So it's a tough call to tell somebody that, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, somebody behind him might wreck, and he might finish 3rd. You never know.
Yeah, right, and I agree with that, and that's you know, and that's why I say it the way I said it was. You know, it's a tough one. I had nothing against Kevin, and I don't want him, you know, mad about what we're saying or anything. It's just we've seen these scenarios play out now. Again, you're right though. It could work in his favor and not be the way we're about to see, as the pace car is going to duck off, because if that caution does fly behind him, he could come out of here with a top 3, top 5 finish out of here with a tore-up car. Either way, green flag, and just like we thought Mike Kelly was going to get a good run, we're really going to see it down the backstretch. We're going to see that Kevin Brown just not be able to get up to speed. And you see that a lot of the other cars back there just not being able to get up to speed either.
He's hanging in there a lot better than I thought he would, though. Like, saying the front end's missing, you know, really didn't cost Bobby too much.
Not really, and it helped him out. Down this back stretch is where he's really going to lose. You can start seeing everybody's just jockeying around him. But up front, here comes Dwayne Vincent here. They're going to try to take the white flag. They shuffled out Mike Kelly, Glenn Campbell up there, quiet all night long. Mike Kelly, 3 wide up front for the lead.
And what a better way to come take the white flag than, you know, 3 wide for the lead.
And that's Nick Cohan, who actually was involved in that wreck earlier on. They come across the line. Nick actually led that one. White flag's out. It won't matter if there's a caution flies. There won't be a caution that'll fly, but can Nick Cohan? He gets turned. It is a huge one up front. They're going to race it back to the line, so we're going to stay with what happens up front here, folks. And we'll maybe try to take it back to the wreck later on.
Bobby Wetzel with the lead.
Yeah, Wetzel to the lead.
It's a 2-car race right now.
Glenn Campbell's behind him. Does Glenn got enough to do a shotgun around turn 4?
He might get
He's
him.
got to run out of turn 4 for the final time. Does Glenn Campbell got enough? Race it to the line.
He's got to get him.
Glenn
Campbell.
Oh, my Lord. Glenn Campbell won it. He won this race. Are you kidding me? At the line.
Finish.
What a way to finish this one here to kick off the season. Wow.
0.019 seconds.
Oh, man. Wow. What a run. What a finish. And look at that car, too. Not pristine, but he was able to survive chaos. And let me see if I can't. On the wreck here. Back here and show you what happened when Nick Cohan and company. Just to show you here, yep, got turned and that collected. Oh, he slammed the wall hard. Nick did.
Nick not happy.
Yeah, slammed the wall hard. David Comstock involved right there, but wow.
Oh, Nick wrecking the 44 after the checkered flag.
Hey, you know what? Hey, you're going for the win. It is what it is, you know. Glenn Campbell's going to be the winner here. Wow. Now, I gotta say it. Show a little bit more sportsmanship than that. Now, come on now. But, wow, what a finish to this one. That was wild.
Yeah, it was great. Loved every second of it.
Let's bring up some of these guys here, man. I tell you, because Mike Kelly's going to end up coming home in third out of this one. Can't get up. Bobby Wetzel, though, man, that was a good run. And they were teammates there, too, so close run between them two there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice run. Nice run. What a way to end this one here at Daytona to kick off this. Bear with me here, folks. Get a lot of these drivers up here so we can get a word in with them. Bobby Wetzel. Find him among all these wild, there he is. All right, well, let's bring up third place man here, Mike Kelly. Let's get a word with him, Patrick.
Hey, Mike, you get a copy?
Gotcha.
Man, it was a great race. Guys kept it clean all race long, and you happened to get through the second to last caution. Looks like you got nicked a little bit there towards the end, but came away with a strong third place finish.
Yeah, that was something. Boy, I don't even know where to start. I guess, first of all, I got to apologize to everybody for that first yellow flag. We're just all in the middle of green flag pit stops there, and me and my teammate Scott got a little squirrely coming off pit road, and we got side by side, and geez, we were both so intense on trying to save our cars and get out there. We didn't see the pack coming, and then it was a mess, and hate that I started that, but came out 30th after that and had a good comeback, drove up to the front, and I swear I don't have good luck with these green-white checkers. And Dwayne got out ahead of me, and he had a damaged car, and I saw everybody ganging up, and they all crashed, and I just hit the gas and drove through it and came out straight. That's about all I can say.
It was exciting to watch. It was a great finish here for everybody. And, you know, anybody you want to thank here for a great way to start off the season with a strong third place finish?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Glenn Campbell, the man, wins the race. The sponsor, he does so much for this series. It's cool to see him get a win. I would have liked to have won it myself because I think he just won a super speedway race last week. So, but I've been running a lot of Daytona stuff the last week, and I finally got a good finish. So I want to thank IKS and Sarah, Kelly, and Sewell, personal injury attorneys, my sponsor for the year again, coming back for a second year. All the guys at Turn 1 Heroes. Unfortunately, I crashed a couple of my teammates in that deal. Nelson Rivera, Scott Semley, Sean Casto, and Nick had a great run going too, but did not get through that last deal. And thanks to Sim500 and you guys for broadcasting. It's a lot of fun, man. I'm pretty stoked right now.
Yeah, 10-4. We will we'll catch you next week. Hopefully, maybe finish 2 spots ahead of this one.
That'd be great. But hey, I'm going to Vegas, so I won't be racing next week.
There you go, man. Third place man, Mike Kelly, doing an outstanding job. Let's bring up the second place man here, Bobby Wetzel.
Hey, Bobby, you got a copy?
Got a copy.
Man, 0.019 seconds there to the finish. You almost had him.
Yeah, I almost did. I mean, I wanted to throw a block there, but me and Glenn were teammates and couldn't do that. So I knew if I threw a block, we might end up wrecking. I was like, well, us finishing 1 and 2, that's the best bet that we could have right now, and I'm not disappointed.
No, it was certainly exciting for us to watch as you guys came through the last corner there and up through the tri-oval. You kept it clean the whole race, though. That's definitely something to be proud of.
Yeah, I mean, it was just I had a very good heads up. We stayed in the back all night, and we waited and waited. We were hoping the wreck was going to come earlier in the race, but it came there right at the end. We really weren't hoping for that, but the race panned out for us, and I believe Team Sim500 had 4 cars in the top 10, so we're really proud about that. We're really shooting for that championship, that team championship.
That was a great way to start off that campaign. Anybody you want to thank for tonight?
I just want to thank all the guys that make this happen, you guys, of course, and all the admin team, and every single series with their admin teams, respectively. Just a good night for us, and good night for Sim500.
Here you go, Bobby Wetzel, man, coming home in second place. Let's get bird in with this guy who pulls it off. Glenn Campbell, join the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Man, what a wild one to finish it here. Daytona. I mean, take us back. What was going through your mind on those last laps?
Well, the last lap we were, there were some slow cars, damaged cars in front of us. I got up there to the outside of them and figured that's who it would be, and I guess they got to run on the outside on three wide, and Nick was in front of me, but Nick didn't. I'd pushed him if he was solid, but he was trying to block 2 lanes at once, and I caught him in the wrong place, and didn't mean to turn him, but I wasn't going to lift at that point. It was great. It was a great race.
Oh yeah, I mean, going for the win, you got to go for all out there, but I tell you what, did you think you was going to be able to make that pass on Bobby going down the backstretch?
No, I had damage. My hood was damaged, had popped up. I didn't think I'd catch him. I caught his draft there and said, well, I'm going to just give it a try. And sure enough, the car pulled by him, and I was fortunate to win. And very, very congratulatory to my whole team. All my teammates helped me get there. They kept me in the back, kept me out of trouble. I had a clean car until that last bump. So what a great race. That was fun.
Oh, yeah, he pulled it off. What a way to kick off the season here for the Transervice Cup Series presented by the Sim500. Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank all my teammates, Joey Katina, Bobby Wetzel, all those guys I ran with, 13 car, him also. They'll help me out. I'm kind of excited. Can you tell? It's great. Transervice on the car. Appreciate Transervice, sponsoring the cars and the race. It was great. It was just absolutely great win. I think it's my first win on Monday night, so been trying for a long time. I'll take it.
No doubt about it. Pulling it off victory lane here. There's Glenn Campbell and Daytona again. Glenn, congratulations.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks to you and your team. You guys have a good night. Right. Doggy.
I tell you what, right there, happy guys. Patrick, what a way to kick off the 2020 season here at the Transervice Cup and the Sim500. Man, you got any final words? That was a wild race.
It was, and it's been a fun speed weeks here at Daytona. We've been here for feels like almost a month now, and it's good to get the racing season back underway and then heading out west now and get a different style of racing going on. I'm excited for it.
Absolutely. We're going to head off, man, out west, like you said. Well, folks, it's been interesting. It's been fun here tonight, but we're going to leave Daytona. For myself, Patrick, everybody out there, again, congratulations to Glenn Campbell for pulling off the victory. Everyone, have a good night.